So in the last class, we have seen how to construct the payment on the filling and cutting. Today we will be looking into how we are going to construct the subgrade, then subbase and base course layer. So I'll share the screen. Wait a minute. Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Visible, sir.
Okay, visible. Okay, look here. As we all know that the flexible payment consists of various layers. So we will write one by one. The first one is a subgrade soil. Okay, the subgrade, which is the bottommost layer of the flexible payment. Above that, the GSB layer will be constructed. Above that, the base layer. Above that, binder course. Then above that wearing course we are going to provide. There is the wearing course we are going to provide. So this is the typical cross section of the flexible payment. So today we will be discussing about how to construct all these layers, how they will be constructing the subgrade, GSB, base course, binder course and wearing course in the field. And what are all the materials? Okay, what are all the materials they are going to use for constructing this subgrade, GSB and base course, and what are their specifications? Okay, specifications means it should have some specific gravity, it should have the material what you are going to use, it should have some density, and it should have some CBR value when it is comes for subgrade soil. So those things we are going to discuss today. One by one we will go. The first and foremost thing is subgrade soil. Okay, the subgrade. So the first one is a subgrade soil. Okay, the subgrade which is used as the foundation material. Usually the subgrade is constructed as a foundation of the pavement. Okay, the foundation of the pavement. So and in the subgrade we know that all the stresses from the top layer it will be observed or it will be transmitted to subgrade only, and from the subgrade it will be the stresses will be transmitted to the natural ground. So first we have to see how we are going to construct this subgrade and what are all the materials we are going to use and what are all the material specifications. There is a minimum requirements. We can call it as these specifications as requirements of the material. Okay, what are the material requirements which can be used for the construction of the soil subgrade? So usually the subgrade is constructed with the help of this soil. Okay, soil or murram. It is the type of soil and gravel. Okay, these are the major constituents of the subgrade soil. So the subgrade will be constructed using these major constituents. That is the one is the soil, murram and gravel. Then what are the requirements of the soil, murram and gravel? So as we all know that Atterberg limits. Have you heard about Atterberg's limit? Have you heard about this one, Atterberg limits? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, that is a liquid limit, a plastic limit, plasticity index, shrinkage limit. Have you not heard about this one?
Yes, sir.
So these are the Atterberg limits we are going to call it. So in that Atterberg limits we are going to only concentrate in our highways. We are going to concentrate only on liquid limit and plasticity index. Okay, the Atterberg limits which will be used for in our highways is a liquid limit and plasticity index. Now what are the requirements of the material? That is either it may be a soil or murram or gravel. What are its requirement? The liquid limit should be less than 50%. Okay, when you conduct the test on subgrade soil, the liquid limit whatever you are going to get it should be less than 50% and it should not exceed 50%. Then plasticity index it should be less than 25%. The plasticity index should be less than 25%. So the plasticity index you should get it as a less than 25%. Then the dry density, as we all know that MDD and OMC, yes or no? Are you familiar with this MDD and OMC? Kindly respond.
Sir.
Yes, so minimum density, dry density of the soil is 1.75. So minimum dry density should be 1.75 gram per cc. So usually in and around Bangalore, we are going to get 1.3 to 1.85 gram per cc. Whatever the soil you consider in and around Bangalore surroundings, you are going to get the dry density as 1.83 to 1.85. So minimum you should get 1.75 gram per cc of maximum dry density. And if you are using coarse aggregates, okay, so if some mechanical stabilization you are doing for the soil subgrade means the size of the aggregate should be less than 50 mm. The size of the aggregate should be less than 50 mm. And the CBR, okay, as we all know that I think you have done with the CBR, right? In the module 3, you have gone through CBR experiment, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so the CBR value should be greater than 5%. That is, we can say that minimum CBR for subgrade soil is 5%. Okay, so remember minimum CBR which is required is 5%. We require a minimum CBR of 5% for the road construction. Okay, these are the some material specifications. That is liquid limit less than 50%, PI less than 25%. Dry density minimum is 1.75 gram per cc. Then size of coarse aggregates. If used in the subgrade soil, it is less than 50 mm. Then California bearing ratio. The CBR value should be greater than 5%. CBR value should be greater than 5%. Okay, these are the material specification. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is a construction procedure. How you are going to construct this CBA? That is a soil subgrade. As we all know that it is a foundation layer. So how you are going to construct means usually the soil in situ or soil from borrow area. Borrow area. You are going to get the soil whichever which is present in the site only, or you are going to get the soil from the borrow area. Sometimes what will happen means the soil will not be having good properties. The specifications will not be met with the specifications. The properties will not be met with the specification. That time we are going to get the soil from the borrow area. So what you are going to do means you are going to select the soil in loose condition. So you are going to select the soil of a good condition, okay, and it should be in loose condition. That is a loose condition soil like this, it should be there. And you are going to spread the soil to the required grade and cross slope of desired thickness. So for example, this is the foundation, this is natural ground. You are going to place the soil and to the required slope you are going to place it. Okay, to the required grade you are going to place the soil. And if water content is not there in the soil means you are going to add a OMC. That is you are going to add OMC. That is extra water content is added. So additional water as required to be sprayed so as to obtain OMC. So if the moisture content in the soil is not within the OMC, or if the moisture content is not having the OMC means you are going to sprinkle the water. Okay, you are going to sprinkle the water on the soil and you are going to mix it thoroughly. Okay, understood. First, you are going to bring the soil from the borrow area in loose condition. You are going to spread it. If the optimum moisture content is not within the limits means you are going to sprinkle the water on the soil subgrade. Then you are going to mix the soil and water thoroughly. So the soil with added water is mixed thoroughly using appropriate equipment so that water gets distributed in the soil layer uniformly. So after adding the OMC, you are going to mix the soil and water uniformly. After adding the water content, you are going to mix the soil and water uniformly so that the all the soil in the uh, layer will absorb the water content. Then the soil layer is compacted by rolling using a selected equipment. So kindly use that. Bharat. Now the soil layer is compacted by rolling using a selected equipment. So the equipment which is used for a compaction is either a smooth wheeled roller. Have you observed these rollers? Vibratory. Have you observed these rollers?
Yes, sir.
Smooth wheeled, vibratory, then sheepfoot rollers. Sheepfoot rollers. So remember, whenever you are writing the rollers means the smooth wheeled rollers will be used for soil compaction. Vibratory rollers are used for aggregates compaction. Okay, aggregates compaction. Then sheepfoot roller is used for compaction of clay soil. So remember these 3 points. Okay, whenever you are rolling or whenever you are compacting means the soil means you have to use a smooth wheeled roller, and a vibratory for non-plastic soils, that is aggregates are considered a non-plastic soil, or we can call it as sand also, sand which is a non-plastic. Then sheepfoot rollers for clay soil or black cotton soil. So after adding the moisture content, you are going to mix the water with the soil, then you are going to roll it. Okay, the rolling is commenced using a smooth wheeled roller. Okay, to obtain the specified density. In the field you can't leave as it is. After mixing the water you can't leave, you have to compact it. Why? Because to achieve the density and strength of the soil we require compaction. So you are going to compact the soil to the specified density. Up to here, is it clear? 4 points. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next step is after ensuring that a layer has been compacted with desired density, the next layer of soil is spread over this and procedure is repeated. So initially you are going to lay the soil. So this is the layer we will consider, and the layer density we have to achieve it as 8.3 gram per cc. We have already achieved, okay, by compacting. Then you are going to lay the new layer, that is a loose soil. You are going to lay it. Again you are going to add water content. Again you are going to add water. Then again you are going to mix it. Then again you are going to roll it. Okay, you are going to roll it. That is the rolling will be done. Again the step is repeated. Again the procedure is repeated till the required density is achieved. Okay, so the first thing, you are going to place the soil in loose condition of required thickness and camber. For that you are going to add the optimum moisture content. So you are going to mix it thoroughly. Then after mixing you are going to do the compaction using a smooth wheeled roller till we get the required density. You are going to compact till the required density is achieved. Then after the achieving the density, the process is repeated. That is again you are going to lay the soil loose condition to the required grade and thickness, adding the moisture content. Then you are going to compact it. Okay. Then the process is repeated until desired compaction thickness of subgrade is achieved. For example, if the desired thickness is given as a 500 mm, okay, the desired thickness is given it as 500 mm. So up to 500 mm we achieve. Up to that you are going to compact the subgrade soil, and no traffic is allowed on the newly compacted subgrade layer. So after the compaction of the subgrade layer, the traffic is not allowed on the subgrade surface. Why? Because if there is any traffic is allowed means there will be formation of cracks will be there, cracks formation. There will be formation of cracks or rutting will be there. That's why the traffic is not allowed on the newly constructed subgrade soil. Okay, is it clear how to construct the subgrade? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after the construction, you are going to check whether the density is achieved or not and all those things. So quality control work is to be done at 3 stages. One is before construction, during construction and after construction. Before construction, you are going to check gradation or sieve analysis, Atterbug limits you are going to check, MDD and OMC, this is during the construction, compacted thickness during construction, CBR value after construction. So these three comes under, these two comes under before construction, these two comes under during construction, and this comes under the after construction. After construction determining the CBR value of the subgrade soil. So before the selection of soil, first we have to check for the sieve analysis, that is gradation. Then we have to determine the Atterbug limits, then MDD and OMC, compacted thickness, then CBR value. In the exam, how they will be asking the question means explain the step-by-step procedure of constructing the subgrade soil and indicate a quality control check. Okay, quality control test or check, like this they are going to ask. So when they ask a test or check means you have to write the experiment name, that is the sieve analysis, Atterbug limits, MDD and OMC, compacted thickness and CBR value. Okay, is it clear? The subgrade soil.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is a GSP. What do you mean by this GSP? So after the subgrade, so we have already constructed the subgrade. Above that a GSB layer is constructed. So GSB layer which is full of aggregates only using the aggregates and soil we are going to construct the GSB layer. So GSB means it is a granular subbase. Okay, granular subbase layer. The main function of this GSP is acting as a drainage layer. Okay, it acts as a drainage layer. So it acts as a drainage layer, acting as drainage layer. And why? Because of the drainage layer, it is full of aggregates only. That is a larger sized aggregates we are going to use. That is because of the drainage layer, it acts because of the full larger side aggregates, it acts as a drainage layer. What are the materials we require for this granular subbase? So natural sand, which is obtained from the river, murram, gravel, crushed stone, or combination of these things. Okay, so you can use not only the aggregates, you can use the soil also. Okay, wherever the aggregates are not available means there you can go for this soil also for construction of GSB layer. So natural sand, murram, gravel, crushed stone or combination we are going to use, and these are the natural materials we are going to get. That is whatever I have mentioned, it is the natural materials we are going to get. But the crushed slag, crushed concrete, brick metal and concrete. So these are all the waste products. Okay, waste materials after a demolition. We can call it as a demolition waste also. Demolition waste. So crushed concrete, the concrete which is obtained from the demolition waste, those can be utilized for the construction of GSP. Then brick metal, that is a broken brick bat. Okay, broken brick bats which can be used for the construction of the GSB layer. And concrete, it is also a soil. Okay, concrete, it is also a soil. Crushed concrete and crushed slag. So we can call it as a iron slag. Usually the iron slag will be used, that is from the thermal power plants or from the iron manufacturing units. We are going to get this slag and we are going to use our iron slag or copper slag. We are call it as iron or copper slag. So these are the materials which can be used. So in the GSB layer, the aggregate will be single sized aggregates. Okay, single sized aggregates, that is with more voids. Okay, with more voids, since it acts as a drainage layer, it will be having a more number of voids in the GSP layer. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what are the requirements, material specifications of the GSB layer materials? What are all the requirements? You can observe here gradation. Okay, 75 mm and downsized aggregates. Gradation means so we know sieve analysis, right? We know sieve analysis. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
know sieve analysis. In that, there are various sieve sizes will be there. 19 mm is there, then 13.5 mm is there, then 10 mm, 4.75 mm, 2.36 mm, 1.18 mm, 600 micron, 300 micron, then 150 micron, 75 micron, then pan. So these are the sieve sizes we are going to collect. Now look carefully. Since GSB, which is a aggregate layer, what it indicates 75 mm and downsized aggregates. Okay, any idea what is the 75 mm and downsized aggregates? Any idea? Dhruva Kumar? Any idea
Downside of
what do you mean by 75 mm and downsized aggregates? So
test,
75, yeah, tell me.
yes, sir.
Huh?
75 micron ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ.
No, that is 75 micron. I am telling mm. It is micron. That is dust. Here 75 mm downside means the aggregates passing 75 mm sieve size below 75 mm or whatever the aggregates which are passing, that can be used for this GSP layer. Okay, is it clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
75 mm down means that is the aggregates passing 75 mm IS sieve can be used as the GSB material. Then the gradation 75 mm downsized aggregates, aggregate impact value. As we all know that how to conduct this aggregate impact value. So aggregate impact value is less than 40%. Okay, whatever the aggregates you are going to use, it should have the aggregate impact value less than 40%. Then comes the liquid limit. When it comes to liquid limit means when we are using soil. Okay, when we are using the soil as a GSP layer, that is a gravel or murram, there you are going to check for a liquid limit and plasticity index. So liquid limit should be less than 25%, plasticity index should be less than 6%, and CBR at 98% dry density, minimum 30%. For subgrade soil we have seen what is the minimum CBR value for subgrade? Minimum CBR value for subgrade. It is 5%. Here you can observe it is 30%. So as you progress from the top to bottom layer, the strength of the material is going to increase. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear? Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now that is the physical requirements. One, you have to see that 75 mm and downsized aggregates will be used as a GSB layer. Aggregate impact value less than 40%. Liquid limit and plasticity index. When we are using the soil as a GSP material, then the liquid limit should be less than 25% and plasticity index should be less than 6%. And CBR value. The CBR value at 98% density is a minimum 30% you are going to provide. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The construction procedure, there are only 4 steps are there. You can observe here: preparation of subgrade, spreading and compaction, surface finish, quality control checks. We will see one by one. So what is the existing layer now? We are going to construct this GSP layer. What is the existing layer? Below that GSP, what will be the layer?
Sublayer.
Subgrade. So first we are going to prepare the subgrade. So because of some weathering action or because of rain and all those things, the subgrade materials, there will be some losses in the subgrade material. So you have to make some correction. You are going to apply some corrections to the subgrade. There is a preparation of subgrade soil. Okay, how we are going to do this preparation? The subgrade to receive the subbase. Okay, the subgrade where the GSB is placed. Okay, the subgrade where GSB is placed shall be prepared by removing all vegetation other than other extraneous. So since it is a soil, okay, what will happen? Sometimes bushes, then grass, everything will be grown, okay, because of the soil, the bushes, grass, everything will be grown. So you have to remove all those things, okay, you have to remove all vegetation and other extraneous matter which is present on the top of the subgrade. Then it is sprinkled with water, lightly sprinkled with water. So you are going to lightly sprinkled with water, and you are going to compact it, okay, you are going to compact it by 80 to 100 kilonewton, or we can call it as 8 to 10 ton smooth wheel roller, smooth wheel roller. So first one, you have to prepare the subgrade by removing all the vegetations and other extraneous matter. Lightly you are going to sprinkle the water. Water is sprinkled lightly, and two plain passes, that is 8 to 10 ton. Passes means rolling. Okay, I'll tell what is that passes. So if you consider this as the road, so if the rolling is done from this end, again coming back to the other end, reversing it, that we are going to call it as a one pass. Understood? So moving from, for example, moving from A to B, roller, again from B to A, B to A. This we are going to call it as a one pass. Is it clear? Is it clear? Pass means. Kindly respond. Is
Yes,
it clear?
sir.
Okay, right.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Next is you are going to prepare. Now you have prepared the subgrade with removing the extraneous matter by applying the water, and we have compacted using a 8 to 10 ton smooth wheel roller. Next thing is spreading and compaction. Here the entire thing is a little bit lengthy. That is, it is a little bit lengthy. That is spreading and compaction of the GSP layer. So usually the sub-base material is bought from borrow area and graded as per the gradation. So we all know that gradation, that is a 75 mm downsized aggregates we are going to use. So you are going to borrow from the borrow pit if it is a soil, or aggregates if it is aggregates means you are going to borrow from the quarry or crusher, and you should grade as per the gradation. That is 75 mm downside aggregates you are going to grade it, and the material is stacked at the site at regular interval. For example, we'll consider this as the road where we are laying. So you are going to stack the aggregates at regular interval. Okay, you are going to stack the aggregates at a regular interval. Then the materials shall be spread on the prepared subgrade with the help of a mortar grader of adequate capacity to maintain proper slope and thickness. So we have stacked the aggregates in the field. This is the stacking of the aggregates. Heap of the aggregates we can observe on the field. Now using the mortar grader, okay, mortar grader, you are going to adjust the slope and thickness in the mortar grader, and you are going to spread these aggregates. Okay, you are going to spread these, the heap of the aggregates, the stacked aggregates are spread on the subgrade soil. Okay, the stacked aggregates, first you are going to bring the aggregates and you are going to grade as per the specification. Then you are going to stack the aggregates at a regular interval. Now using the mortar grader, you are going to spread. Have you observed this grader? Blade grader, observe. Have you observed? A blade will be
Yes, sir.
provided at the bottom. It will be pushing the aggregates. Have you observed that one?
Yes, sir.
The same thing, the mortar grader will be there. We have to spread the aggregates to the required slope and thickness. Then when the sub-base material consists of combination of material, mixing shall be done mechanically. So when we are mixing the sub-base with soil, or when we are mixing the crushed stone or crushed concrete, when two or more materials are there in this GSB layer means you have to mix it mechanically. So mixing equipment will be provided in the site only. So using those mixing equipment, you are going to mix the various types of materials. Then if it is a soil, okay, if it is a soil is used as a GSP layer, moisture content of the mix shall be checked and suitably adjusted to achieve the OMC. If the soil is used as a binding material, or if the soil is used as a GSP layer, you have to check the optimum moisture content. We have to check the optimum moisture content. If the optimum moisture content is not there, means we are going to add water and we are going to get the OMC. We are going to add water and we are going to get the OMC at the time of compaction. That is during compaction, while achieving the MDD, we should have OMC. So during compaction, when we are achieving the MDD, means we should have the soil or the material with OMC. Then immediately after spreading the mix, rolling shall be done by vibratory roller. Since the aggregates are there in the GSB layer, the rolling should be done using a vibratory roller of 8 to 10 ton. Okay, using 8 to 10 ton of vibratory rollers. Have you observed these vibratory rollers also? Have you observed vibratory rollers?
Okay.
Okay. So vibratory rollers, using the vibratory rollers, you are going to done the compaction. That is 8 to 10 ton, or we can write 80 to 100 kilonewton also. So using these vibratory rollers, we are going to compact it. Since it is non-plastic material, okay. Since it is non-plastic material, that is it is non-plastic, that is it is not a soil type material, that's why we will be using this vibratory roller. Then rolling shall commence at the lower edges and progress towards the upper edge longitudinally. So for example so this is the cross slope. So this is the cross section. I have written the we have made a required slope and thickness we have made, and how the rolling will commence. Always rolling commences from the lower edges. Okay, this is the lower edge. It will progress towards the upper edge. Okay, it will progress towards the upper edge. Okay, so the rolling commences at the lower edge and progresses towards the upper edge. So the rolling commences at the lower edge and progresses towards the upper edge longitudinally. Longitudinally means along the length of the road it will be progressed. Then each pass of the roller shall uniformly overlap not less than 1/3 of the track made in the preceding pass. Okay, is it understood how the rolling will be done? Always it will be moving from lower edge to upper edge longitudinally. Is it clear? Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
So rolling commences at the lower edge and it will be progresses towards the longitudinal direction and it will end at the upper edge. Okay, is it clear? Then
Yes, sir.
I told pass. Okay, pass means for example this is the road. So the roller will be moving like this. So I will so this is the rolling part. So this is the one pass they have made. So how it will be done? So the roller will be moving and coming back here. So the second pass will start here, right? Yes or no? So one pass we know going front and coming back to the same point. This is one pass. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now again it has to roll. So it should cover 1/3 of the preceding pass. Okay, 1/3 of the preceding pass. That is the roller wheel will be there here. Okay, it will cover 1/3 of the preceding pass and it will compact. So each pass of the roller shall uniformly overlap not less than 1/3 of the track made in the preceding pass. So in the one pass again 1/3 of the pass 1/3 of the width of the pavement will be done by the second pass also. So the 1/3 of the preceding pass, okay, 1/3 of the compacted layer, again it will be compacted in the second pass. Then during rolling, the grade camber shall be checked at and any high spots or depressions are found, corrected. That is you are going to check the cross slope. You are going to check the cross slope, then thickness you are going to check it, and if there is any high spots, that is if it is a higher level, you are going to remove that excess material. If it is a depression, you are going to place the material and you are going to compact it. And rolling shall be continued till the density is achieved as a 98% of the dry density of the material. So you are going to achieve a 98% of the maximum dry density of the material. So rolling shall be continued till we achieve 98% of the maximum dry density. Then all loose material segregated defective area shall be made good to the full thickness of layer and compacted. In you can observe in the field that some portion of the layer will be loosened. Okay, some portion of the layer will looks like loosened. So you are going to remove that loosened part and you are going to place new material and you are going to compact it. Okay, this is about spreading and compaction. So in the spreading, what you are going to do, you are going to bring the material from the borrow area. You are going to stack at this site at regular interval. You are going to spread these aggregates using a mortar grader to the required grade, that is slope and thickness. Then moisture content will be maintained. If the moisture content is not maintained, you are going to add extra water to achieve OMC at the time of compaction. Then after adding the water, you are going to mix it thoroughly. Then you are going to compact it using a vibratory roller. Okay, after immediate spreading, you are going to compact using vibratory roller. Why? Because it is non-plastic material. Since it is non-plastic material, we will be using the vibratory roller of 8 to 10 ton. Then rolling shall commence from lower heads to the upper heads and overlapping with the 1/3 of the preceding pass. Then at regular interval, you are going to check the cross slope, longitudinal slope and thickness of the layer. If the slopes are not maintained and the thickness is not maintained, you are going to rectify it. And the compaction is done or rolling is done till we get 98% of the MDD of the material. Okay, for example, if we are taking the soil, so soil density is 1.3 gram per cc we have got in the lab. So 98% of 1.83 we should get in the field. Okay, 2% is neglected. So 1.83 into 0.98. How much you are going to get? That density you are going to check it. If the density is not maintained means or not achieved means you are going to compact it again. You are going to compact the layer again until we achieve the 98% of the dry density. Then all loose material segregated defective area shall be made good to fill the thickness of layer and recompacted. Okay, is it clear? Spreading and compaction. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it okay? Now surface finish. So again, the surface finish is already here. Then comes the quality control of work. There are three stages are there: before construction, during construction, and after construction. So remember carefully in the exam if they ask quality control of work. Control of work means you have to write during construction, before construction. So this is a quality control of work before construction, during construction, then after construction. After construction, you have to write. When it is asked for quality control test, quality control test means you have to write the test whichever is specified. That is a sieve analysis, Atterberg limits, then moisture content and dry density, then CBR value. Okay, these are the quality control tests we are going to perform it for GSP layer. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will show some photographs of rollers. So wait a minute. So are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Visible.
You can see here, this is the smooth wheeled roller. Okay, smooth wheeled roller. Wait a minute, it will open. Let me check. So you can observe the photographs. So you can observe this is the sheep foot roller. Okay, this is the sheep foot roller. You can observe here. So it looks like a sheep foot. Okay, there will be rolling will be there. Projections will be provided. Okay, above that the projections will be provided, which which helps in kneading action. Okay, kneading action of the clay soil, and this is a pneumatic tire. So this pneumatic tire roller will be used for compacting the bituminous mixes. Okay, this is used for the compacting the bituminous mixes. Okay, for final finishing we will be using this pneumatic type roller. Then a smooth wheel roller, we can observe here the both the wheels are made up of a smooth wheel. Then this is the outdated smooth wheel roller. Now in olden days they used to use this three wheel smooth wheeled roller, but nowadays they have came up with two wheels smooth wheel roller. Then vibratory rollers. Okay, I told right, vibratory rollers which is used for compacting the granular material. Okay, granular materials you can observe here. This is the vibratory roller which is used for compacting the granular layer. You can observe here a granular vibratory roller is used for compacting granular non-plastic materials are compacted using this vibratory rollers. Then grid rollers. Wait a minute. Not able to see cylindrical rollers. Okay, you can observe here. This is the so you can observe the small rollers which are hand rollers. So you can observe this is the sheep foot roller which is used for compacting the clay soils. Okay, for compacting the clay soils we are going to use this sheep foot rollers. So you can observe this one. So you can observe there is a projection which will provide a kneading action. Okay, which will provide kneading action for the clay soil. Since we know that clay soils which are having a high compressive strength during in dry condition, when it comes in contact with the water it becomes soft. So in the presence of water when we are compacting it should form a thick layer without any voids. For that we will be using this sheep foot rollers. So I will show pneumatic rollers. Wait a minute. So you can see the. So this is the pneumatic rollers which is used for final finish. Okay, final finishing of the bituminous layer. We will be using this pneumatic rollers. Okay, so remember. The smooth wheeled rollers are used for compacting the soil layers. That is usually the subgrade layer will be compacted using smooth wheeled roller, when it comes for a vibratory roller, the aggregate layers are used for compacted using vibratory rollers. Then the sheep foot rollers, the rollers which are used for compacting the clayey soil. Okay, clayey soil or silty soil, we can call it as clayey soil or block cotton soil. For compacting the block cotton soil, we require this sheep foot rollers. Then the pneumatic rollers, we will be using the pneumatic rollers for compacting the bituminous layer. Final finish, for providing the final finish, you can go for this pneumatic roller. Okay, is it clear? Types of rollers. Before going to other layers, we should know for what purpose we will be using the rollers. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Make a note of it. So kindly note down somewhere. Make a note. Write a note. Smooth wheeled rollers. Put an hyphen and write smooth wheeled rollers. Put an hyphen and write smooth wheeled rollers. Smooth wheeled rollers. Put an hyphen and write. Used for compacting. 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 Compacting plastic materials. Plastic materials. Plastic material. Plastic materials like soil. Gravel soil. You write it as gravel soil. Gravel. Gravel soil. Gravel soil. Then have you written that one? Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, vibratory rollers. Vibratory rollers. Vibratory rollers. Vibratory rollers. Put an hyphen and write used to compact. Used to compact. Vibratory rollers used to compact non-plastic materials. Non-plastic materials. Non-plastic materials. Non-plastic materials like sand. Like sand. Like sand and aggregates. Non-plastic materials like sand and aggregates. Non-plastic materials like sand and aggregates. Last one, not last one, sheep foot rollers. Sheep foot, SHEEP, sheep foot rollers. Sheep foot rollers. Put an hyphen and write used to compact. Used to compact. Sheep foot rollers. Used to compact. Used to compact. Clay soil. Used to compact clay soil. Used to compact clay soil. ORR black cotton soil. ORR black cotton soil. Clay soil. ORR black cotton soil. Black cotton soil. Last one, pneumatic. PNEUMATIC. Pneumatic roller. Pneumatic roller. pneumatic roller, put an hyphen and write used to compact final bituminous layer, used to compact final bituminous layer, used to compact final bituminous layer, and is used as, and which is used for, not as, used for final finishing, used for final finishing of bituminous layers, final finishing of bituminous layers. Okay, I'll stop here.